to another episode of Polite as Fuck. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday. You know, the usual. Won't need to introduce ourselves this time. We did it last time.
Every month.
Every month or so. I'm excited for our 10 and 10. Erica was taking on the feat of going through her camera roll not too long ago, and so we were like, let's just go through some of our camera roll and what we find funny. That was a horrible way of explaining it.
No,
but
that was perfect. That's exactly what happened.
So I would like to go first by saying that I really try to clear out my camera roll, so the furthest photos I have are from the first Thanksgiving here, so 2022, when I went home.
But you have photos beyond that, right?
Like on some hard drive somewhere in the clouds. Who knows? Anyway, so I scrolled through there and I was like, oh wow. So then I just kind of did like another little swipe and then put my hand down, and the first thing it came to was the following break. Oh wait, was it that winter break? Wow, I should have really looked at the date. But of you doing your snowboard lesson. And I have a video of you going down. And I'm pretty sure it's the same time that you hit that woman. But the video cuts off just like as you kind of like slide out of focus. And then the video goes off in like 2 seconds after that. Not only do you hit someone, but you go under the orange netting. And it's like
I couldn't stop.
And me and Sage are just like
literally into like the, what is it called? Like the bar area?
Yeah, like where you like where you're done for the day, just like slide right in. Oh, so that was my first one.
That is crazy. That's so funny. I had the fattest bruise on my butt from that day for falling so many times.
Yeah, it's no joke.
But it was fun. I wish it wasn't $5 bajillion. Otherwise, I might get good at it. Might take more lessons.
Truly.
Well, the first one I wrote down is when I moved to San Diego, I started at this company. I did not know what I was getting myself into, and we had a lot of money. Well, I shouldn't say we. The company had a lot of money that they didn't really know what to do with, and thus began spending it on really stupid things. Like, we got a monkey to do a commercial. We were going to try and do like a makeshift, I think it was like Dollar Shave Club style, where there's like chaos happening all the time, and like the main narrator is like walking through while all the stuff's going on in the background. That was the vision. None of us have ever worked with a monkey before. We don't know how to direct a commercial. My boss bought like those little cars for kids, like the little cars that you can get into when you're like,
it has a handle and then it pushes.
That like you could drive around, like it's electric little cars.
Yeah.
He bought one of those for the monkey. The monkey doesn't know how to drive a car.
I literally can't believe we're having this conversation right now.
Anyway, that was the first thing I saw on my camera roll.
What was the picture?
Monkey.
Oh, the picture of the monkey?
Standing on top of the car. Because he had a little diaper on. And I was also like, this feels like animal abuse, what we're doing.
I'm telling you guys, I've said this to Erica's friends so many times, but when they come out with
the documentary.
The documentary, I'm going to narrate it. Like, because what the fuck?
I know.
I mean, that must be common for places to, but what? Who and what?
Startups are just so interesting. This is not related, but I just have to tell this story because I got on LinkedIn the other day, and this company that's like doing really well, I just went to their conference in San Francisco. They did this whole social series about like how to roll the perfect joint, and they had someone who helped Snoop Dogg like write his book come to their office and teach everyone how to roll a joint. And I'm like, you guys are trying too hard to be cool. This has nothing to do with business, like with what you guys are selling. This was just like,
I can't believe it. It feels like dreaming. Like, what?
It's when companies have money and they don't know what to do, and they're like, we'll make this a social series. Anyway, that was ours.
Oh my god, sorry, I just like my brain, I can't believe that. That's hilarious. I've said this before, but I did my little camping in the snow for February when I was like turning 28, I think. I was like, I just really want to go camping. I need to go camping. So I went and I tried to do like a little photo shoot.
Cute.
That's it.
Is it one where you set up the video and then you try and screenshot the video?
No, I just did like, it was selfies, but then I also was trying to be like, I came across this like lake. It was where I was camping was near what is like a kid's summer camp. So obviously it was February, no one was there, but they had like a lake. So there's like this little dock that you could walk out on, and I tried taking the dogs on that, but it was too slippery. So I just went on. I'm trying to take like these artsy photos. And well, one, they're live, so I can hear my breathing in the background. And two, like they're not as artsy as I think they were gonna be. Mm-hmm. And then just like the selfies, and then I wanted to show like, if I was just like a selfie like this, like camera just straight on me, you couldn't really tell what I was doing. So I was like, I want to show that like I'm hiking and I have my hiking boots on and I have like my backpack. So the angle went from like all the way up here. And yeah, literally. And it's just like, honey, no, just put it down. But you're trying.
Just be on your solo camping trip.
Just stop.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of videos like that because that's what I do. I set up a video and then I go and I'm like posing and you hear like the like, you know, when you're like smiling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Funny.
I have plenty of those.
So bad.
A big reason why I needed to clean out my camera roll was it was saying I have so many videos that are taking up a lot of storage. So I started going through videos, and one of the videos that came up is my little brother gave a presentation on why I should give him the lid that has the straw in it for his Hydro Flask, because he had like the twist top one. Mm-hmm. That's why my Hydro Flask has a twist top, because
you got suckered in.
I fell for the slideshow presentation on why he needs the straw lid.
Oh man, actually I don't know. If someone came at me with a presentation, I'd be
fully.
Like, all right.
I'm like, you took the time to make a whole PowerPoint for this?
Use your freaking straw.
Take it.
So cute.
It was cute.
Another thing that it's just so good, and it's just so classic. But so again, I've shared the story on the podcast of when Sophia came to visit before she even moved here, and we went to the Lips drag show for Easter, and it was all like Easter themed and like Jesus is risen, hallelujah. And there is this photo of me.
Oh no.
Taking a photo with this drag queen whose wig is huge. And I was trying to give her a kiss on the cheek. So my entire head is gone. Yes, like, I'm just like in the hair. And I just like have my champagne with my little marshmallow peeps on the as a little whatever garnish on the mimosa, and just like my head just fully in her fucking wig. I'm trying to give her a kiss. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
That's so funny. I've never seen that photo.
Yeah, because it's hidden away.
That's a good memory. I want to see it. I have a lot of screenshots. I feel like I just screenshot like random shit. And when I was on dating apps, I would screenshot profiles that I thought were like insulting, funny, shocking. And I was going through some of them, and I'm just like, that is crazy. Like weird old men. There's one from like, I don't know if you remember this creepy old man that his message to me was slut.
I do.
And I was like, cool. Have that screenshotted. I have one screenshotted of a guy who pulled his pants down to his knees. So he's just in his boxers, and then has his shirt in his mouth, and it took like a mirror selfie. And
men should not have cameras. Like, I fully believe. Take that away.
Like,
that and the guns. Get them away.
Off. I have one of a guy sitting in not even kidding you, a rocking chair with a gun across him in the rocking chair, and it's just
dating apps are so scary. Like
it's
that
crazy.
Anyway, I don't. Is that
those
all
are my
of those?
yeah, just like shocking dating app profiles that I'm like, oh yeah, that is wild that exists or existed.
Like, have they no brain?
No.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, super random, but when we lived at our old place, I remember coming home one day and Erica asking if I like honeydew. And I was like, I think so. I don't really know. And she was like, well, I don't really know what a honeydew one is, but this one's called candy, so I'm going to try it. Do you remember this? So I have like 3 or 4 photos of you smiling the biggest smile I've ever seen. And honestly, like, I think the lighting of this, like, it's a great photo, except for the fact that you're holding up this honeydew that says candy with a K, like a fucking stripper. Like, look at my prize, like a fish. And I'm pretty sure it's probably what I told you at the time, because and it's like
so
4 of them. Why I've never deleted them? I don't know. For this moment, I guess.
That is... Do we like it? Do we remember that part?
I don't know.
Probably not, because it's never been purchased again.
Yeah. Never got candy again.
A Disneyland highlight memory was being there for New Year's Eve with my siblings. This was, I don't even know, like 5, 6, 7 years ago. And it was just so fun because they had like DJs all over, and it's like, I mean, family friendly DJs, but also I had never been like out with all my siblings because they're all young.
Yeah.
So it was fun to be like, we're out at midnight. There's live music. There's fireworks. We're all hanging out.
It's like a party.
It's a party. Yeah, it was so wholesome.
Wait, what's the picture though? Just you guys together?
Yeah, out at New Year's.
Cute. I love that. My last one is like the least wholesome. I have a photo of a screenshot of a conversation. Well, one, there's the photo, and then next to the photo is the screenshot between me and my sister. And I had got weed from a coworker at work. And so it is a ramekin, a clear ramekin of just weed in there, and I just like gave him some cash or whatever, and I had take a picture of it and then sent it to my sister and was like, do you think this is like X amount, however much I paid for it, like how much do we really think this is, like is this an eighth or is it less, like what are we doing? My sister's like, no girl, of course that's an eighth, blah 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 blah. So of course I'm like just scrolling through, and all of a sudden I just see this picture of just like this huge ass nug in this ramekin from work, like a to-go ramekin from work, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then scroll to the next photo, it's just my drug conversations with my sisters to make sure I got my money's worth.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, why is that not deleted? But I'm also like, it's a cute little picture, the memories.
Yeah, I don't like to delete things.
It's hard.
That's why what I was deleting or cleaning up was Google Photos, which is where I upload everything. My camera roll on my phone has 13,112.
How?
I don't know. It just never.
Does it not stop?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Have, like the craziest. Oh, well, yeah. Mine's 4,658. But I also have it up until 2002. That's up 2022.
Yeah, mine goes back farther.
Damn.
Well, this is also a video. These I think were all videos, which is why I don't have like a picture. It's like the memory of the monkey commercial, the straw presentation. Anyway, my last one is, I don't know if we've talked about this on the podcast before, but Ellie and I, when it's just the two of us out on the town, we get in. I don't understand. I don't understand how the things happen that do happen. They're great memories, great stories. This was the Portland house party video of us in this house. This person, I don't remember where we met them. I don't know what we were doing. I don't remember any of the people in the video.
It was a fun part. Everybody, Portland is awesome because everybody can get along.
Yeah, it was the most random people imaginable. And we were there till like 4 a.m.
Yep. Yep.
Like, not really doing anything from what I remember.
I can only imagine what the photo is. Is it all of us looking over like this and we're all like this and it's just like an assortment of human beings?
Well, it was a video where I'm like, Ellie!
Yeah, that's right.
And I sounded really annoying because I think I was really drunk. But it's like, I'm taking a video of the scene and I'm like, what is happening? Where are we?
Yeah. And this is why sometimes leaving it in the phone to never be spoken of again. All right. Well, we kind of have a fun episode for you guys today. It's kind of like a dump of a lot of things. I had this idea of just like weird shit, relatable weird shit that people do, that I do, or that you do, and things like that. But before we dive into it, I don't know if you had a preference on before or after, but Eric and I have been watching some shows, and there's just one show that I can't stop thinking about because it's actually psychotic, and that is Love is Blind. So I don't want to like harp on too much about it because there's still like a lot to watch, but the few things that I will say is, one, I think everybody should do what Eric and I are doing, and that is have one person watch from the very beginning and then the next person come in during like their trip to like Mexico or wherever the fuck they go. My other option is like, if you are the person watching it from the beginning, you got to remember, because Eric was like, so what happened? So what is his past? Like, where did he go to school? What did this? And I'm literally like, I don't fucking know. I can't remember. But I would like to say that I've watched a few seasons of Love is Blind, UK and US, and this is the most unhinged, homophobic, crazy fucking season I've ever experienced.
Actually wild.
So we'll just lay that out there for you guys. But I just like, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot, even before this, like this season. I think just like the time and the world that we live in, I think a lot about how like these social experience, like Love is Blind, like Bachelor, Bachelorette, like Love Island, all of these like reality, it just has changed everything in the world and society. And so I can't help, and I think everybody, you know, can't help but think like, oh, how would I act in these situations? What would I do in this situation? Would I go on a show like this? Would I do something like that? And like, it is fascinating to me the way that humans work, because like I am on one side of like, you know, you're being filmed, right? Like this is gonna last forever. But then on the other hand, it's like I literally have a podcast where I just spew my like deepest, darkest secrets and just like at the end of it go, yeah, it doesn't matter. So like I understand that, but I just find it fascinating. I also just love this specific social experiment more than the others, just because I like the fact that they have to try to like build all of these connections. But like, what is it with humans and the need for like competition? Because I honestly don't think any of these motherfuckers are gonna get married. And so it's like, are we just doing it to win the race? Like, there's no money. You're getting married. It seems like the opposite of money. It seems like, I don't know, you know? So I'm just like, this need to like push through, I guess like for the cameras, I don't really understand. And this is not just this season specifically, but I'm just like, I find it fascinating. Specific to this season though, the people that choose the people need to be better. But then I'm also like, they really got a good group. They got a good group, because it's creating some really great television.
It's insane. Oh, well, I don't even remember. You were watching it and I came out and I feel like it was like within 5 minutes, I was like, that guy's gay. And like, that girl is so insecure and she hates that guy. And it's crazy because apparently the guy that I am fully sure he's in the LGBTQ community, that's okay, is the one that was like, what would happen if we have a gay son? And they're like all disappointed by it. I'm like, excuse me, have you looked in the mirror, buddy? With your... And then when they go to his house and his fiance's going through his closet, and I'm like,
insane. It's insane.
Do we see the clothes in here? His, like, what did he say? He was like, when I'm feeling myself or something, like the outfits that he had.
Yes. I'm like, oh no, what did he say? It was a phrase that was like, I honestly, like, I really didn't or don't want to be the podcast that, like, you know how, like, people have, like, the Bachelorette podcast and, like, do all these things. But this season of Love is Blind is making me be like, I want to rewatch and take some motherfucking notes because I am like, what? And, like, the happening? Level of emotional or lack of emotional maturity through these men. I'm like, what are you doing? Crying? Throwing a actual fit in bed because your fiance isn't gonna sleep with you until I'm baffled.
No,
I'm baffled.
Crazy.
And you can't even come up with
I'm the nice guy. The nice guy always finishes last. I was like, if I was in a bed with a guy and he was doing that, I would get the ick so hard I could never even ever have sex with him ever because I would only be thinking of that moment.
Literally. Like tears coming down as you're rubbing my feet. The poor girl was like, "Get me back on my motherfucking foot. We're done. What are you talking about?" Yeah. I am like, I can't stop thinking about it. I love it so much. It's like,
I would recommend
too, just for like you to see how unhinged and wild these people are.
Yeah.
And I also just, outside of the craziness, I think that it has like sparked some conversations even between me and Erica, because there's this one couple where the guy has a son, and it just is like interesting because these are real world, like these are real people.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that they behave the way that they do, but still real people that is like somewhat relatable, especially in like the dating world. And like, what does that look like to date someone with a kid? How would you navigate that situation versus how I would navigate that situation? And I think that is what I like about the show overall, because it is, I don't know, dating nowadays is just different than it was with our parents and it was a few years ago with like the dating apps and things like that. So I think seeing these real people, and they look like real people, they have real jobs, it's not just some like Instagram famous so-and-so that's coming on to win some money. No offense to Violin, but so I like that part of it as well, because I think it's pretty dynamic and brings some like interesting conversations to the table that I've appreciated. So
yeah, no, it's been good.
But I had to get that off my chest.
I'm glad I joined you in watching it.
Same. I mean, it's crazy. I love it so much. And then we did finish Wednesday. That was so fun. Very different turn than Love is Blind.
Yeah.
And then the last show that I'll bring up is Gin and Ginny, or whatever the fuck that show is called.
Ginny and Georgia, that we call Gin and Ginny. We have only literally watched one episode of the new season.
And I know I shouldn't judge, but I just am like,
I think it's very valid. They show a lot of things. I've never seen them actually show like self-harm, and they do show that. Actually, 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, I never watched that show because I read the book and I was like...
The book was... Yeah. I don't think I finished the show because I do think it was getting to like... I'm like, if that book was so intense, to visualize what is being talked about in that book is too much. It's like, that's just not something that we should be watching, I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what they're doing in this show, Ginny and Georgia. And it's just like...
It's not bingeable to me, and that's where it's hard, because I'm like, I want to watch something I can watch like 4 episodes in a row.
Especially when we start at 6 p.m. and we're like, we got nothing else to do.
I love it.
Yeah. Reality TV is... I'm excited for The Bachelorette.
Oh, wow.
I haven't watched that in years, and I'm so excited.
Well, did you see that Macy, is that her name? Her book just came out pretty recently. So I feel like it's on Spodio. So I might listen to that just because I'm like interested to hear like her life, but it's all like The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I mean, has got everybody in a freaking chokehold. I'm like seeing Whitney and Jen on Dancing with the Stars, and then Macy's book just came out, and then having Taylor be on The Bachelorette. That's another show that I could sit down and talk about for fucking ever, because it's just so, oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
And then I saw, because I'm on freaking TikTok, a clip of, I don't even know if it's gonna be, it must be like the new season or something, but it's a clip of Taylor and a few other girls doing like the sonogram, what's the lie detector, whatever that thing is called, but it's, oh shit, what's her name, the one that everybody hated towards the end of this season, the one that we liked, but then we're like, Demi was hooked up to the lie detector and was like, asked the question by by Taylor, that was like, do you think Jessie is good at hair extensions and hair colors? And she's like, no. And I'm just like, are you guys, is there any love in this room?
No.
Is the love in the room with us? Because I can't see it or find it. And
it's crazy that they're like all friends, but I'm like, you guys aren't friends at all, actually.
I mean, but also like she must be good because she has a whole fucking empire on it. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was fascinating. So I could talk about that forever.
I'm very excited for the next season of that to come out. I don't think I'm like a huge reality TV, but there are a few shows that I'm like, I can get into this.
I wasn't, but I'm starting to be.
Yeah.
I am really starting.
It's fun.
Certain things, though, yeah. All right, well, back to our
other relatable things.
So, I honestly don't even remember what my full idea on this was. Like, I remember thinking of something and then coming to Erica and being like, we should do an episode on, like, relatable, like, weird shit that we do that is just, you know, weird to us maybe, or that we think is weird but might be relatable to other people. And there was something that had happened to me that made me think that, and I cannot for the life of me remember, but there's some other things that we can think about. But you brought it up, so I want you to tell me what yours one was first.
Okay, well, I was on a hike a few days ago, yesterday. Yeah?
No.
I don't know.
Maybe?
It doesn't matter. I was hiking by myself, and a few thoughts came to mind. One of them which is, and maybe it's just being a woman that exists in this world when you're alone by yourself. I am constantly thinking of, like, if someone jumps out of this bush, what do? I bring my I brought my pepper spray. I'm like thinking of every possible scenario in which I can die and how I would combat that. And
must be a woman thing.
There was like this abandoned barn on the hike that I was like, I'm not going to go in that. Because I can think of so many ways someone's in there waiting, like, you know, just crazy things that I'm like, and I'll just look at it from outside and keep walking. And like, I just know that other people also do that.
That's so true.
Like, think of But then, maybe this is me being a narcissist. Once I've passed the, okay, I'm dead, then I start thinking about, like, well, what would people think? Who would, you know, like, who would be the first to find me? Yeah. I was thinking of, like, if you got home from work and looked at my location and it was, like, on a hike, I mean, at 5, that's not irrational for me to be doing that. So, like, when would someone call and be like,
oh my God, that's so true.
Do you think about that?
Sometimes, only if I'm in those like situations, but then like once I leave that, I'm just kind of like, ah.
Well, yeah, once the hike was over, I'm like, great, I'm alive.
I did it. I stayed alive. That is so funny.
Why?
I'm just thinking like, when is the?
I don't know. It's like, if you looked, thank goodness you have my location.
Yeah.
And like, I think you care about me.
Get the fuck out. I think. Do you?
But like, I feel like I would check your location if I got home and I was like, oh, she's not here. I'd be like, where is she?
Yeah.
And then if I'm like oh, she's still in the same spot she was 3 hours ago. I'd be like, something is wrong.
How do you feel about like eye contact with people on a hike? Like if you're passing people, do you make eye, and you're by yourself, not with a friend, not with other people?
Do, because I want them to know that I see them.
What is it in me that makes me like, I see people and like I will see you from like here to like where the sliding door is, and then from there it's like
I do get that way in like the grocery store, but on a hike I'm like, no, I fucking see you. Hey, how are you doing?
That's smart.
I'm alone and I'm walking and I know what you look like.
See, you know what though? This is where having dogs gives you like confidence, though I should really scale it back a little bit because as we know, my dogs would do nothing to help me. So the fact that I just like blindly I have them and I'm just like...
They're looking at the person. They'll remember what they look like.
They'll tell you who killed me. Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. That's a good example. You were saying something today... I forget. It doesn't matter. Anyway, mine is, I don't know why I do this, but I do it often. And it always happens by accident where I'm in like a neutral or good mood. So I'm like not already sad or depressed or anything. Like it's just, you know, normal-ish day. Just existing, maybe a little happy. And I'll watch something on like television or on my phone or listen to a sad or depressing song, and like it's like a bruise that I can't stop pressing where all of a sudden I am like have like sucked up that sadness and have absorbed it, and now I'm sad and upset, and then I'll like continue to like, I'll either replay the video or that part in that show or re-listen to that song or play another sad song, and it's like I was fine before and now I'm depressed, and then someone's like, well, what's wrong? I can't be like, well, I listened to it now. You know, like I can't, you know, like I don't know why I do that. That's so fucking weird, but I do it, and it happens a lot, enough for me to fucking remember it, to talk about it.
I do feel like if I am even slightly, like, sad, if I've been sad recently, if there's, like, a borderline reason for me to get sad, I will do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll just continue to make it, like, okay, now I watched a sad movie, now I'm gonna go in my room, and I literally put on, like, Melancholy Mix on Spotify, and, like, the saddest songs, and then I'm just, like, laying in my bed, staring at the ceiling. Yeah, all
it's
because...
so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And then I'm annoyed with myself, because then I'm like, I was fine. This was a normal day, and now I just ruined it.
Ruined. I do relate to that, though. Okay. I will reread text conversations, like, multiple times. I don't know what I'm trying to get out of it. It's like the conversation already happened, and I will, like, it's usually after we've said, like, good night or bye, or, like, you know, the conversation has ended, then I go back and I just keep reading it. And I don't know, like, it can be a good thing. It can be a intense conversation. It can be, like, anything that's not like, hey, how was your day? Great, okay. It's like, we were talking about something, and now I need to go and analyze that and just keep reading it again.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, but...
That is so relatable. For me, it's like, I'll just try, like, I am looking for something. I'm like, that, or I'll put the inflection on different words every time I read it. Or I'm just like, is there a deeper meaning? Do they mean this instead of this? And I'm like, what are we doing here? Just, you know, circling around.
Have you seen that Key and Peele skit where they're like texting each other and one person interprets it one way and the other, that is...
Well, whatever you want to do. And he's like, well, whatever I want to do, or whatever the fuck it is. That is a good, great analogy.
I feel like I'm the one that's interpreting it as like, wow, that was rude, or like, that was super sarcastic. And then when I'm like trying to like not feed into it, and then I talk to them later and I'm like, that was all in my head, fully.
Oh my God, I love that. That's a good one. man, this is so incredibly weird, and also like really annoying, and I hate that I do it, but I do it a lot. So like, say you're in a conversation with someone or something's happening and you say something like either really loud or like with a really funny tone or inflection, or you laugh really loud. If that's me in that situation, that will replay in my brain. And I'm like trying to think of I honestly take any example. It happens all the time. And like, obviously our brains are able to do so many things so I can continue the conversation. But if you were to like also be looking at all of like the tabs in my brain, one of them would just be like that noise over and over and over again, where I'm like on repeat over and over and over again. And it's like,
this is especially helpful when you're editing the podcast and you just keep hearing
and then I will zip play zip play over and over and over again. But it's like in conversations, like it happens at least once a day, where I'm just like, I would have said something, or my voice cracked, or like I said it wrong, or it didn't match the tone of everybody else's. I don't fucking know. Literally name anything and I will replay it. Oh, there must be a fly or something. But I'm just like, I can't with myself. It's so annoying. Why do I do it? And then I have to pretend, or if it was like, let's say it was the last thing that was said in the conversation, and so it's kind of like silent, and then everybody else, and I'm just like, but in my head it's like, it's horrible.
Well, I wrote this from our jog this morning because I replay like snippets of songs in my head to the point like it makes me so annoyed. And on our run this morning, I couldn't stop singing, call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. That is what was in my head for 5 miles.
You know, that's so funny. I wish I said something, because there was a point coming back where I like looked at you and I was like, you don't wear headphones. Like, why do you do that? And I wish I said something, because you would have been like, I fucking wish I did today. What a horrible song to have stuck in your head. And just that part too.
And it's a commercial. It's not even like a song. I usually wear headphones if it's just me. I don't know. I think when I'm like running with someone, I don't want to be like, sorry, can't hear you. But I feel like you can still talk to me
That's
when
true.
you have yours in.
Yeah, that's true.
If I say something, you respond.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh God, that's a good one. Okay, so when we were looking at the photos just now for our 10 and 10, I saw multiple photos, and a lot of it was like when I was wearing a bikini, so like in Florida and all these places of, I think it's normal to like check your phone or take a photo of like your face to like make sure like your makeup's done, or like, how do I look? Like, let me just see. There were some of, and I'm going to try to describe it as best I can for the camera, of literally a landscape photo of my stomach sitting down like this. So my phone is out, camera on, but it's sideways like a fucking millennial, and of literally just my
your stomach.
Yeah, just to see what it looks like in that moment. Like, what am I doing? For what? For what? Also, like, I'm like sitting home. What am I doing? I can't even describe it. I just am like, and then when I tried to put it in thing, I was like, taking progress photos, but of just my stomach. I'm like, that's not even a progress photo. I was sitting down doing nothing, relaxing at the beach. It wasn't like gym time. It wasn't, no, it was just like, and there were just like random moments. So I'm just like, what the fuck, Ellie? What the fuck? Those can be deleted. Not the nug in the container, but the random landscape photos of my stomach. I'm like, no wonder why it looks so large. It's like this. It's like this.
This close.
Just this part. Like, what are you doing, Ellie?
Oh, that's funny. I do have so many pictures, progress pictures of like myself.
The pre parts.
Never the end. It never gets to the post. It's always the pre. And then I usually, 9 times out of 10, I look back and I'm like, wow, I look great.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the moment, you're like, today's going to be the day that I change my life.
Well, yeah, because it's the day that I decide to change 17 habits. Yeah. And then I can't stick to it. And then I'm like, well, might as well give up. So dumb.
Oh my God. So dumb. So weird.
Okay. I already told Ellie this one. I have 2 more that I could do.
Okay, perfect, because I have 0.
Okay. Well, one of them is I just assume people are staring at me when I'm driving. Like, if they're going to make a left-hand turn, I'm like, why are you looking at me? But it's like, you dumb bitch. It's because they need to do a left-hand turn, so they're trying to see if you're going to move or not. Like, are you going to go, or are you going to, can they make their turn? But, like, a lot of the times it's assumption that they, like, think I'm hot. Like, they like, have a crush on me. I'm like, stop looking at me. My gosh.
They're obsessed with me. Like, safety, actually.
And I'll, like, check back. This is how I'm crazy. I'll look in my rearview mirror, and they're still looking ahead. So I'm like, oh, yeah, they're just looking at the road. Like, they didn't turn back to look at me. Because, no, they're not obsessed with me. And I wasn't obsessed with them. I don't know them.
Don't know who you are. I feel like I try to avoid eye contact in the car. Like, when we're at the, like, light over there by the Shell, and it's, like, the traffic just gets so bad, I am just like, don't look sideways.
Well, the times I have, someone's been like, can I go, like, get in the left-hand lane? And I'm like, dang it. Why did I look at you?
Maybe that's a weird thing that I do, is I will take the longer back way of any road, whether it's here in San Diego. I'll even do it at home sometimes. I will go Buckeye all the way around the whole town instead of just taking 395 straight through, because I'm like, I cannot be fucked with some people driving 15 miles an hour and some people driving 45. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to belong. Yeah. And even here, I'm just like, I would rather drive and all of these stoplights, stop, go, than deal with that fucking intersection. Yeah. And does that make me crazy and weird? Probably. But whatever.
Whatever. I don't know if I want to say my last one.
Why?
Because it's gross.
We can end on a disgusting note. And then, you can cut it out.
Okay. I'm like, have we reached the point where it's, like, acceptable that, like, sometimes the only way to get a booger out is you have to pick your nose?
Yeah. You're just now at that point?
No, like, I've been doing it, but I'm like, are we all in agreement that, like, it's sometimes that's all you can do? Like, I don't get a tissue. I will, yeah. Anyway.
See, okay, this is a great way to end, because my argument is, like, I fully believe that we should all be very comfortable in our bodies, whether it's, like, bathroom stuff, nose stuff, anything that's all of that, burping, all of that stuff. Do I want to see it, witness it, be there when it happens? No. Go do whatever it is you do in the bathroom, just like I do whatever it is I need to do, hiding in the dark so no one sees me. And, like, I try to have this conversation with my siblings sometimes, and, like, because I get mad. They'll, like, fart and be like, it's just us. I'm like, the bathroom's over there. I don't want to walk to the bathroom. Why? Why? You've just ruined the air for everyone. I'm like, do I want to see you pick your nose? No. I mean, obviously I will understand it, but, like, go to the bathroom and hide yourself like a normal person. Like I do.
Yes, I agree with that. That makes total sense. I just want it to be known that I pick my nose.
Well, I feel like my weird thing is, like, I have a very sensitive nose, so am very reactive to, like, very smelly things. And so, like, I'll smell stuff just to make sure it's clean, or just to reassure myself that it's, like, dirty. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know why I do that, but I'm just like, I just have to double check. And oh, nope, it's still dirty.
It smells horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do that sometimes with my, like, pajamas. Because I feel like I rewear pajamas. Yeah. Maybe that's a weird thing. But I'm like, I don't need to wash these. I wore them one time when I was sleeping. But then I smell them to make sure I'm, like, not disgusting.
No, it's time. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, man. How fun.
A few little relatable things that I'm glad you do them. Some of them, too.
Always. Yeah. We know you guys do it.
If you have any others, please share. And you can find us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Polite as Fuck Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.